right, everybody, welcome back to the MGM MarketAbilities podcast. This will be our third episode of 2023.
No, keep adding to the big number. What total is it? Like 378 now?
I'm not sure. I'm not
It's
worried about
close.
making count. I'm just saying.
Well, we've been doing this for a while, man.
no,
Let
I know.
people know.
I know,
We're
but
experts.
this is great because it's a whole new year.
It is a new
New
year.
year, same podcast.
Yeah.
So Angie is on the Daniel fast right
Again.
now, and we're all on our toes, kind of.
Yeah.
Guys,
Angie?
I've been good this time.
You really have.
I have been
You really
good.
have.
Yes.
So far.
Yeah.
Last year, Marcus avoided me for like a month, and then he walked into the office at the end of January and said, are you off the Daniel fast? Like he was afraid, you know.
She came back to my desk. I was like, "Are you okay?"
Do I not look well? You better tell me I look
No, you look fabulous.
svelte,
Yeah.
Fabulous,
thin,
great,
you know,
grand.
depleted.
Yep.
No, but it's important. You know, did I miss it? See, I'm slow.
No,
I'm slow on the
I just-
uptake
I
and
just-
the download these days.
I just don't know what to say when you say, do I look depleted?
Oh, I am in so many ways depleted. I promise you tuned into this podcast for a reason. We'll get to that in a little bit. But no, it's a good thing, right? The Daniel fast, start of the year. You just want to just get rid of all that stuff. You know, we won't talk about all the stuff that we're getting rid of currently when you just eat vegetables, fruits, nuts. But it reminds you. So every time you think about food, instead you need to stop and give thanks. You know, like I'm alive and thank you, God. And JC is it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
Down with that.
Yeah, so Rielly was, before we started, had a little interesting story.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Plus you had dinner
I was
last
at dinner last night
with a certain someone.
Yeah, but we're just friends now. So we're
just friends, or so he said.
We're chilling. So she brought up.
Okay, hold on. Rielly got friend zoned. If we're being honest.
It's okay. It's okay.
It happens to all of us.
That's
It
all
happens
right.
to the
every
best of us.
Yeah.
Comment down below if you've been friend zoned.
Listen, I don't think we can take up that much room. Yeah. It has happened. We know it's happened.
But
Anyways.
she was like, we got on the topic of like religion and church and stuff like that. She was like, why are Christians so like happy and stuff like that? I was like, well, we're so thankful. We're so thankful every day because God gives us breath in our lungs and
Provides.
He
He
and
provides.
gives us opportunities to grow as humans. She was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, that left her with something, didn't it?
Multiple questions this morning at the gym.
Oh, so are you coming out of the friend zone then? So there's multiple
No,
questions.
she did. She friend zoned me after. it was after the gym.
Oh,
And she'll
too
probably
bad.
watch this podcast, which is
Okay,
really
yeah,
funny.
That's good. That's great.
It's not coming out till like February. So
Oh, okay, we're solid.
You're good.
Yeah, we're good.
Hey, you don't have to buy anything. You won't have to buy anything for anybody, right? In February,
No,
if you don't have that.
They could buy me birthday presents.
Okay, all right. Well, it's February what?
17th. I know
What do you want?
you.
Oh, see, it just got weird, right? All right. Do we have anything substantive to give these people today?
We have a lot.
We do.
We always have a lot.
What do you have? Oh, geez. Why does he touch his mic and it gets weird and deep breaths and
You guys ruined it.
you're ruining it.
No, so we're gonna talk about today giving your clients maybe a little bit of coaching.
Angie.
Boy, that's rude. Can you believe that guy?
Wow.
It's a client, though. You know what? That's why I have to have the ringer on.
Do you need to take it?
Yeah.
No, I'm just going to let her know in podcast, and she'll think, oh, that's cool. Maybe we need a podcast. See, that's how we upsell, too.
Yeah,
we tell our
exactly.
clients we're podcasting right
Yeah.
now. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's great.
Awesome.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Anyways,
Sorry for that interruption.
we're going to go on, actually coaching, certain people on whatever they're doing. There's especially in Angie, she's coming from the news.
Right.
Some people just don't know how to have those little sound bites, those little like go-to lines that you should be saying if you're doing a presentation for your company, if you're doing a little bit of a video for your company,
Right.
if you're doing like a quick little live stream, just to get some more viewership on your social media or something.
Most certainly.
How valuable is that?
Oh, well, I mean, we've had people reach out for years, teach us to sound like we have some, sense when we're in front of the camera. And it's not that they don't, but it's a lot to have cameras, 2 of them or 3 of them or 5 lights. And then you've got the microphone on, and it's tough to keep your composure, but you have to do that. Deep breaths. And of course, then we talk to people about essentially getting your talking points and then delivering them in a fashion without being derailed, which the media is known for that. That's what they get paid to do is, they may want to talk to you about what you're talking about that day, and then they may have their own agenda.
Right.
And you have to know how to tactfully diffuse that and get your message across. And I mean, the other little tidbit I would give you is anytime somebody turns on a microphone or a camera, just remember to introduce yourself, talk a little bit about your business, and then always bring it full circle there at the end of how they can contact you or find out more. I think a lot of times people forget that, and you may think you're saying your business's name a lot, but can you really say it too many times? I think not.
Yeah, because if someone's like a plumbing company or something like that,
right,
and you say your business name over and over again with the word plumbing around it,
right,
people will be like, "Oh man, this happened to my sink."
And I know the person's name.
Speaking of like recently, we had that heat where it was like -9 here or something.
Oh, it was freezing.
For like a weekend.
Yeah.
And pipes are busting everywhere in people's homes. Like even at my church, we had 2 pipes bust, and it was we almost flooded the whole sanctuary at my church.
Did you not leave it dripping or the little stream?
We just had no idea.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
But
I think you were warned.
Yeah.
But like we already knew.
News told you.
We already knew the plumbing company that we were going to go with at the church.
Yeah,
solid.
Because he had said his name, or she had said her name many times.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Awesome. And that's why people have their vans and such all,
decked
out with their logos, and you're sitting behind them in a red light. You don't realize it, but you're storing that information up here in your noggin, right?
Yeah, 100%. And it's the same with videos.
Yes.
So like if you come off, if you've been targeted on social media, like we all have, you come across a paid ad and your audio is on, right? Mm-hmm. And you hear that same ad for like a month because you got targeted for whatever that is, and you hear that over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And so now you're like, well, if I ever need that, that's who I'm going to go to.
Sure. But we can help you out, if you need just help being more comfortable in front of the camera, if you need help with soundbite development. And then the next thing is, typically when our clients call us, we're known for exceptional video production. Yep. So we will make you an unforgettable launch piece, if you will, or just a reintroduction if you've been in business for a while. But you don't get a second chance to make that first impression, but then it's important that you continue to communicate with your audience, your target market, your customer. So we can also show you some ways. Rielly would be happy to work with you to show you some ways to use your iPhone and make sure that you're taking good video and continuing with your messaging and it's clear and people are digging what you're doing.
Yeah. So, I mean, just last year, right, Daniel and I made a video showing this guy's crew how to use their iPads for videos.
In Florida.
Yes. In Florida.
That was a shoot.
Oh, yeah.
I felt terrible having to send you there.
Yeah, it was just, it was like 80 degrees in the month of January.
Gosh,
palm trees, the sun.
Yeah,
ridiculous.
It was beautiful everywhere we went. Oh, gosh, I mean.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, I live a hard life.
You do.
Dude.
You really do. Yeah,
Tough
no
for
doubt.
you, man. Feel bad for you.
But you're right. You just showed even the person's workers how to use their iPad and record things in the right way. So it's most impactful.
Yeah, and it was cool because we got to teach them how to be steady with the iPad because nobody likes shaky video unless you're watching like a hardcore music video or something maybe or rap video.
Video, yeah.
Speaking of which, when are we doing a video for Wyatt?
It's coming, man.
Okay, sweet.
He doesn't like his song anymore though, because I told him as his mama, listen, you don't put bad words into a song. I mean, Will Smith's grandmother said it best. If you can't come up with anything intelligent to say and you got to put in some expletive, all they're going to do is take it off in the radio anyway. There's like, boop, they turn it down, they turn it down, they turn it. I mean, before you know it, you're not really saying anything. I'm teasing. He didn't have that much in, but I think he did drop like 1 or 2 ugly words, and your mama told you, and now you don't like it. See?
Yeah.
I think he's a little embarrassed.
Yeah, that's all right. It's all part of learning. It was his first song.
It was his first song.
Yeah. Everybody's first song, you don't know really what you're doing, no matter how much someone like me can coach an artist into
right.
doing certain things.
That's right.
You're always still going to make a bunch of mistakes. I mean, what's the first video that you shot or the first newscast that you ever did?
I hope nobody ever finds it.
Yeah,
it was
exactly.
that bad, right?
Like my first mix, like that I did when I was like in high school, was like 17 or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't want anybody to ever hear that.
Right.
But I still have it.
Sure. Well, Matt, our buddy Matt Bosler, he brought up a great point. He listened to Wyatt's song because Matt is a phenomenal musician, artist, writer, creator, and he listened to it and he said, okay, I see what he's doing. He was coming up with these bars or these lines and using essentially the same phrases and the same words that all the big guys, Drake, everybody's using, because he thought that would lend to his popularity, right?
Yep.
Matt said, I would challenge him to even rap about the rap songs that people are putting out, and kind of being on the outside looking in. And I'm like, that's a great idea.
Good idea.
It's a great idea. And just, you can never, ever go wrong being yourself. And doing something perhaps that nobody else has done. Why not blaze the trail?
Yeah, and this is why sometimes you need that kind of consulting like Matt was giving, is that is like, you only have your perspective, right? Until you don't.
That's right.
Until you ask somebody else and you're like they open up your mind and you're like, "Oh, I could have done this way or could have done it that way."
No doubt. And lately we've had a lot of people contact us and want to do audiobooks, record audiobooks.
Yeah.
And we've been really successful working with individuals, but I know that you've had to do some coaching in that regard.
Yeah, so the last book I did, he was really old. He was an older
guy, like in his 80s, right?
Mid 80s,
okay.
yeah. Yeah,
And a mature adult. I don't think,
Yeah.
Old, he may not appreciate that,
older.
He's a mature adult. Yeah.
Right.
He's in his 80s.
Yeah.
Kicking it.
And he was in great shape for his 80s, but yeah, I had to like sit down and like, hey, you need to go over this phrase and not rush the words and not put weird spaces in between, like in the middle of a sentence. Like you need to say the sentence all the way through, what I mean?
Without that drop off there in the end.
Yeah, because he was the author of the book. And I totally encourage this, is that you should always do your own audiobook. If you wrote a book, I think that you should read it, because then the listener can actually hear the passion in your voice.
Oh, that's great.
Of like why you wrote it.
Good advice.
Yeah, I mean the only exception for me would be like a fiction book, right? Because it's all made up anyway.
Yeah.
But if it's like personal development or a biography, like this last book was, it's really best to hear from the artist, even if he doesn't like do it perfectly or whatever. It's like you're getting the real genuine,
Getting the raw.
Yeah, exactly.
It is good. What other instruction could we offer? I mean, we've had people ask us to do like some crazy things, but what other instruction have we been able to provide?
Well, so on my end as being an audio engineer, I actually love working with musicians who have either never recorded or have done a little bit, because you just see their eyes light up when I'm like, hey, we do things this way and it's going to turn out really, really well. So for me, I really enjoy kind of a newcomer, because then they don't have like these bad habits that they've created, doing
something
recordings with like another person or something, where they did it like this weird way. And I'm in
that's a risk though. You're taking a risk, right? Because they have to love it. I mean, when you make that recommendation, they have to love it.
Yeah.
Or they'll be like, man, I told you I wanted to do it, But 9 times out of 10, they go the Lucas way.
Yeah. The Lucas way. I'm gonna patent.
Get that on a shirt. Get that on a shirt.
Okay. I would appreciate royalties, please.
Yeah. You got 1%.
Even if it's coming down to video, then up and coming newcomers, they don't know anything.
Right.
An experienced photographer can step in and be like, hey, you guys are essentially not doing this wrong, but this way would look better.
Right.
Like recently, my cousin just got into doing YouTube and all that jazz, and they were at my house filming video. I was like, hey guys, just like move the camera over this way, get a bit of lighting, and just helping them coach them speak and go a little bit slower, and and that's going to help them in the longer run.
They're like, you're so cool, Rielly.
I guess, yeah.
Gosh, it's awesome.
I already know it.
It's too bad that girl didn't sing the same thing. It's okay.
Look how we just went full circle there.
I love giving Rielly crap.
That's terrible,
it's so great.
man. That is so terrible. Apparently, one of your resolutions is not to, be nice and not razz Rielly.
Do you want me to not razz Rielly?
I want you to razz
That's what I
Rielly.
thought.
I love when you razz Rielly, yeah.
I'm going to keep razzing everybody at Growing Media.
No doubt. Yeah. All right. The last little lesson.
If you guys need coaching and razzing, please contact Growing Media. I am here. My fees are actually very, very high.
Extra for the razzing.
Yeah.
Razzle-dazzle.
Yeah, absolutely. So the other thing that, it's all about learning something every single day. And if you're not learning something, if you're not getting out and experiencing different things, shame on you. You should, because I can guarantee you, if you would challenge yourself to do one thing every day towards betterment, whether it's make a connection or take a walk and who knows where you're going to wind up, or reach out to an old friend, one thing every single day, and man, you're going to come back at the end of the year and go, what a great 23 it was.
Yeah. I think I was actually listening to a podcast the other day similar to this, and they call it a skill stack, right? Like, what's your skill stack?
That's right.
And how is it unique to your industry, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm really good at audio, but I'm really starting to get good at video. So now I have like these two where I'm a master at one and kind of getting into that intermediate level, which kind of sets me apart from any other audio engineer, because now I can provide like some decent video to a musician that might need it.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And so,
you're really good in front of the camera.
I'm getting there. I wouldn't say
love that.
I wouldn't say really good. I would
that.
say just good.
Good, baby, with a capital G.
And then I think going back to the beginning, going back to fasting. We do it for a lot of spiritual reasons.
Sure.
And I know not all of our viewers may be Christian, and that's okay.
That's okay.
You do you.
Go at your own pace.
But fasting in another sense of like, what if you fasted TV? Or video games, and instead you filled that time with learning a new skill.
Yeah.
This year, and what if you just did it for 2 weeks or a month or whatever? So like I fasted TV last year for like a month. I did not do it the full month. You know what I mean? Like I dropped out.
You broke your fast?
A few days in the month where I didn't. I ended up watching TV. It's fine.
It's okay.
I have forgiveness for myself.
Oh sure.
But in that month,
Cheater.
I noticed that my focus and my clarity on like just engaging with things and people was so much better. So much better because my mind was just on those things.
Yeah.
So that goes back to your skill stack, right? Is that's how you can really create it? Is maybe just give up something for a month or two.
Most certainly.
Yeah. See what happens.
That's really hard because people love, like, oh my gosh, words are very hard right now.
Do I?
Yeah, but if
I need to tell you how much I love chocolate.
Yeah.
And I've given it up.
Yep.
Not forever. There will be a time we'll be reunited, but right now there's no chocolate. There's no caffeine. There's no alcohol. I love wine.
Tough, yes.
I love wine.
Yeah.
There's no meat.
Drink wine?
Honey, you can't drink anything but water.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Water, nuts, veggies, and
Wait,
fruits.
so you can have almond milk?
Yeah.
No.
What?
No, because I read the
milk back
variations.
then.
It's like, well, Daniel probably wouldn't have had, there's like,
cows
before
back
you
then.
get crazy and go to the almond milk ice
He
cream
didn't have
aisle.
a ninja blender?
Whipping it out of his coat.
Probably
Okay, here
not,
we go.
Probably not. But the other thing is, I was on a phone call today with a client and we were talking about one particular thing, and it's okay to open up to people even on a professional level, because we began talking and about all the things that we have going on in our lives, and we really hit it off,
That's good.
And too many times I'm guilty. I'm going to get in there, get the information, share the information, I'm out.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But for some reason, we really connected and we weren't afraid to ask questions outside. And the word she kept using was full transparency, full transparency.
best.
I got this side hustle and I loved hearing about her
Yeah.
side hustle. And then we learned that we could possibly work later on our side hustle.
Yeah.
So it's really cool,
Yeah.
start those
Well,
conversations.
having
Yeah,
full
it's awesome.
transparency with your clients is the best.
Absolutely.
'Cause
Yeah.
you know
I
what
mean,
they
not
need.
full,
Not
like
fully,
if I'm not
but-
going to work on your stuff this afternoon, hey, I'm working. I mean, I'm thinking about you. I may not be working on it, but I'm thinking about you.
Hey, as long as you hit the deadline.
That's right.
Exactly.
And we do.
Yeah.
We do. We do the deadlines, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, we're close to 20 minutes and we've said, that's a good listen. It's okay if you say it in a row.
No, I know.
I didn't
but it's
connect
funny.
the word.
It's funny every time.
We do it, right? We do it. Okay. Man, that was a good one. I hope. Did they get anything out of that?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If not, call Lucas. He'll give you some more for free.
Some razzing for free.
Whatever you want.
No, the razzing is the
No,
high
the
ticket
razzing
item.
is the high. Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
high item there.
We call it the Razz package.
What about the razzle dazzle?
Oh,
Listen,
I don't think anybody's been able to
They have to
afford
get
that.
through the Razz package first to be able to be ready for the Razz.
Well, I'm at the
dazzle.
razzle dazzle. So.
All right. Find us, growingmediamarketing.com.
All right.
Yeah, we're on all of the podcast platforms. Just find us. We're here, I promise. And we'll take your call.
Yep.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.
That's right.
Solid.